Hey guys, Noelle Foley here with Ringside Collectibles, and it is day 2 of San Diego Comic-Con 2018, and I am here with the Elite Squad with Bill and Rob, and we are gonna do some Q&A for you guys with the questions that you guys submitted. And first of all, how was it being on the panel yesterday, revealing all these figures?
It's always great to reveal new product to our very loyal fans. I always get excited around this time of year, just knowing that what we're going to show and we know people are anticipating the reveals, and we're finally able to show all the stuff that we're working on or we're done with and is ready to be released to the stores. It's this is almost like it's like non-reality for a week. I love it.
Also, Bill,
yes.
We saw your shirt yesterday. How pumped are you about that?
That was among the most surreal moments of my life. If you would have told me, as a little kid, that one day that someone in WWE would be, would make a shirt with my head on it, like I would have put $1 million on it, because there's no way that's happening, and I would have lost the bet. Like how bizarre is that? Like surreal, and also it was actually pretty special.
So I don't know if you know this, but Bill tends to sweat a little bit. When you ask him the hard-hitting questions, he sweats.
This sadly is true.
So we have a group chat called Make Bill Sweat. So we just ask him the hard-hitting questions, and he just starts sweating profusely. So in honor of that, we had some shirts made up. You guys got us these Elite Squad jackets. Well, we got these. Oh! Make Bill sweat! Make Bill sweat! Make Bill sweat!
Did you say it was the best day of your life?
It's up there. It's up there. I don't know for sure, but it's in consideration.
Wow, well that's awesome. Tell us about the upcoming Ringside Collectibles exclusive Matt Hardy revealed at Comic-Con.
Sure, I believe he's in the case right now over here.
Okay.
Sorry,
that's easier.
If it's easier, it's a 2008 era Matt Hardy with the ECW belt. This is the first time the silver ECW championship belt will be available on any figure in the Mattel line, and it's going to be with Ringside exclusive Matt Hardy. He will also come with a removable tank top as well, which unfortunately got lost in transit to the show. But the belt, which I think is what most people would get most excited about, thankfully did not.
Anything special being planned for the 100th assortment of the WWE Basic Series?
Yeah, we're definitely recognizing that it's our 100th core line, so we do have something special planned where we're calling out with some of the most popular and most beloved superstars of the line. It's a very special moment for us, a very special moment for WWE, so we got something good in line.
Can we finally hear the dude love story now that he's in the Elite series?
Not until the figure actually reaches stores and has been on sale so that people can actually buy it, because there's still that small chance that something could go wrong. I tried to make it so to minimize the chance of anything going wrong with this figure ever coming out ever again, but there's always that small little chance. So until it's 100% and not just 99%, it'll stay untold. But when it's told, it's kind of mind melting. So it is worth looking forward to.
Yeah, I want to hear it because I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah,
I know some parts of it, but I don't know the whole story.
Got some skin in the game on this one, so.
Well, either way, it looks amazing. Great job. With Andre the Giant in Elite 60 and Stephanie McMahon in Milkomania coming with alternate heads, can we look forward to more alternate heads for Elite figures in the future?
I think if you saw the panel yesterday, you'll notice that alternate heads is one of the things we are sort of doing going forward. The Nia Jax, because of the way she's constantly changing her hair, will have alternate heads, and then the Pat Patterson figure is going to have like a normal head, and then the crazy screaming face, which was kind of memorable on that one Raw where him and Gerald Briscoe beat up the Mean Street Posse. So yeah, it's definitely something we are going to be doing more of going forward.
With the success of the retro line, are there plans to keep the line going and possibly having women and tag teams?
Yeah, there's always the possibility as we expand the character base that we're doing for retros. Obviously tag teams and female talent, it plays into the mix. It's just a matter of trying to determine the best way to do it to satisfy the fans of the line, because we know that there's a lot of them, and they're very very passionate and opinionated, and we want to make sure we do the best job sort of satisfying them.
The WWE Series line has moved down to just 5 figures per wave. Has Mattel or retailers been happy with that, or will it change?
It's up in the air right now. It's yet to be determined. We're gonna just see, evaluate it, just see how it works. One of the issues in the past was certain characters kind of hanging around on the pegs too long. We want to minimize that. We want to have something where every month there's new and fresh characters on the pegs. So we're always looking at ways to guarantee that that happens going forward.
Are there any plans to release an elite scale entrance stage? If so, will the stage be more authentic and less gimmick with breakable walls and ramps?
It's under development. We had a very strong reaction to the stage we showed at WrestleMania Access, and it's just trying to find out, the best product to put out there. So maybe it might not be exactly what was shown at Access. Maybe there'll be some changes. We want to make sure that what we show is the correct product for our customer base. How much they're willing to spend, what they can spend, to make sure that we get a product that everyone likes, into their hands. So.
Has Toys R Us going out of business affected the actual design process or budget for you guys?
We're constantly trying. We'll always pivot to make sure that we're putting out the best possible product, make sure we get the best superstars with the best looks, best authentic attire, everything that our fan base wants, no matter what the strategies are. We're always going to try to listen to our fans, regardless of what's happening. We always want to put our best foot forward.
Are you sad about Toys R Us? I know I am.
I think everyone's sad about Toys R Us.
Are you sad, Bill?
I'm devastated. There was a Highland Park Toys R Us that I bought original Empire Strikes Back action figures at when I was 4 years old, and I went back to Chicago to visit in May, and it was closed, and I was I almost wanted to cry. It was just my childhood is dead. It's so sad.
I'm sorry, Bill. With Jinder Mahal being released in the SmackDown ring only thus far, will he come out as a single figure somewhere else?
Jinder's on the main roster, so there's always opportunity to get him, and he's got so many different looks. He's got so much different gear, and as long as his character remains prominent on content, there's always that opportunity to get a new Jinder out there. So stay tuned.
Have anything to add, Bill? Or what he said? Will we ever see an Edgeheads Elite 3-pack?
So I know who asked this question.
I've been pitching it all week. It's an Edge figure, right? With, get this, his Edge heads, right? So it's a Hawkins head and a Ryder head, and you can just swap them, in and out, and then you can buy 1, 2, 3, and you have the whole Edge head family.
Just to annoy him, I'm going to say absolutely no, never, 100% no, it's never going to happen.
You just crush his dreams. Whoever that is, his dreams are crushed.
Crushed. He should think about that before he chops me next time.
Oh. How long until we get a Bobby Lashley Elite?
Well, considering he just returned after WrestleMania, it's going to be a couple more months, but we are, as you saw in the presentation, we are already working on him. We have him scanned, we have him sculpted. It's now just getting the tools and the deco and the molding process going, and soon there will be a Bobby Lashley available.
Will we ever get a referee figure?
Just like any other talent, it's really all depends on who's signed to a deal, who we have available. We're always trying to find opportunities. Before we had HBK in his referee gear. So if someone is a referee or has been a referee and they're a signed talent, then there's always an opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Is the Target NXT line continuing? And if not, will NXT figures still be released somewhere else?
Yeah, it's absolutely continuing. It's a little slow in getting to the stores, unfortunately, but it is coming. I just approved the final figures, and they're in the case right now, as you can see, and I think it's one of the best figure waves we've done. I'm so happy with it. You know, and NXT gives us a chance to do new characters that we haven't done, like first times in the lines. I know collectors go crazy for that stuff. I go crazy for that stuff. So, yeah, even if an NXT line goes away per se, there will always be NXT talent in, you know, elite waves.
I'd also say that like NXT has recently added so much new amazing talent with Ricochet. Velveteen Dream is really kind of bumped up. So they've got a lot of really exciting people on there. So it's a chance to get out people who we love and who everyone loves.
And can you tell us about the new ringside exclusive of Kurt Angle in the Shield?
Sure, it commemorates the moment when Kurt Angle stepped into the breach last year at TLC to be part of the Shield. Comes with the authentic Shield gear and the barricade that he jumped over. I don't know if anyone saw that match, but like he had the biggest smile on his face when he was jumping over the barricade. So that moment is going to be commemorated in figure form exclusively at Ringside Collectibles. It's a very unique offering. Like there's going to be no other Kurt Angle that'll ever look like this. So when you have your Kurt Angle collection from Mattel growing, hopefully, because we plan on putting out a lot of Kurt Angles, this will be like something that'll stand out and be very different and unique in that collection.
And he's going to have a big smile on his face?
Very big smile.
Are there any plans on making NWO 2002 figures?
Most likely. It's just a matter of figuring out like when to put them in the line, what's appropriate, who to pick at that point. But there's no reason for there not to be. So there probably will be.
What happened with the red rooster?
Like the guy? His name's Terry Taylor. It'll be out soon. I'm not sure the actual street date, but
similar to the Target with the shark. I think once the shark sells through, the red rooster will be the next one available in Target.com.
But if you haven't seen it, it's an awesome figure. A lot of people were asking about the red rooster, and it's got a great jacket, great look. It's one that we're really proud of.
Will the face printing technology be implemented to basics as well as elites?
Yeah, so we're going to start applying our TrueFX which is our digital inkjet printing. It really enhances all the facial features, really great detail. The most recent one that's been outstanding has been the Jey Uso, which looks awesome. And now we're going to start rolling that out into our core line and into our battle packs. And as much opportunity as we can, yeah, we're going to implement that DIG technology.
Yeah, I was looking at the figures yesterday, and I couldn't believe how amazing and how, yeah.
Incredible, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's the Roman Reigns. We've always kind of come close to his head, but there was always someone a little off. And like now, I mean, this. If you look at it, it looks like his head is shrunk. The Authors of Pain, I think Razar in particular, I mean, it looks like we took his head off his body and shrunk it. It's
the same thing with this Kevin Owens. This Kevin Owens, it's basically looks like you printed his real face on top of the figure. Yeah. It looks incredible.
Yeah, Kevin Owens is always another one where it's like I felt we've gotten close. Like we've hit some doubles and triples, but I think this is a home run in terms of actual resemblance in the face.
Great job, guys. It feels like there's been a shortage of legends in the elite assortments compared to what used to be put out. Any chance of more than just one legend per elite wave every now and then?
Yeah, there's always the chance. Some of it has to do with who's actually under a Legends deal. I know there's some talent that we hope is under a Legend. We would hope to have under a Legend deal that just aren't, and so that's out of our hands. But yeah, we know that there's always those certain characters that people want and are pretty adamant about adding to the line. There's some that we were able to do in the past that are no longer under deals that we'd really like to be back under deals, so we can do it again or do versions that we were never able to do. It's just trying to find the right mix and hopefully, balance. We know that there's people that buy the modern stuff, the classic stuff, the NXT, the women, the 205 Live. It's trying to make sure every month at least everyone has something, to buy that month. So.
But I think I saw at our panel, there's a little bit of a taster reveals. We've got Bob Backlund coming out. We've got Sensational Sherry coming out. So we're definitely going to have some legends out there. There'll be legends out there for the Legends collectors for sure.
Awesome. Are we likely to see more UK talent released in the elite line?
Bruiserweight. Yeah, that was me. I'm a Pete Dunmark. So,
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. Bill gets me sometimes. So yeah, as long as we got the rights for him, those guys are fantastic. So yeah, if we've got the rights, sooner or later we'll be getting in UK guys. But yeah, that Pete Dunne.
Oh yeah.
That Pete Dunne is awesome. That's a must-have.
Not much to add there.
Will the Best of Attitude Era figure line be continuing?
As long as it sells. I mean, that's basically what it all boils down to. If people buy it, we'll keep making it, and if people don't buy it, then obviously we're not going to continue to make it. So if you want the line to continue, please support and purchase them.
We do have our brand new one that we put up in display, the Triple H, from when he started the second rendition of DX with called out the man who would soon become X-Pac. You turn to your buddies, you turn to your pals, you turn to the clique.
I'm loving the retro line, but please, can we get more legends and classic guys?
Well, we have the Iron Sheik in the case right now. There was kind of a tease yesterday. So yeah, we know that the people that buy in the retro line in particular, really like the classic characters. So yeah, I mean, of course.
Do you ever want to make elites of the sports athletes or actors that have found their way into WWE or WCW ring?
Do we ever want to? Yeah, I mean, we want to. It's having the opportunity to be able to. But yeah, I mean, we're fans just like everyone else is. So if we ever got the opportunity, we'd love to find a spot for them.
Yeah, there's certain celebrities and sports figures that have sort of changed the history of WWE or played a big role of WWE. You know, like Iron Mike Tyson springs to mind, Mr. T. So of course, you know, we'd like to be able to make figures of those people. It's just a matter of, you know, when they get under a deal where we can, we will. But so yeah, definitely.
Will you ever make an NXT ring attire Corey Graves?
It's possible. There's nothing planned right now in the immediate future, but you know, if the NXT line continues to do well at Target, or if there's an opportunity to do it elsewhere, you know, with a lineup, it would be something to consider. It probably would not be a mainline release just because it's kind of, I think, in terms of NXT, it's a little too far in the past to be like a mainline release. But you know, if there's interest in something like that, we will find a way to do it where we can be like a limited run on something like that.
Yeah, like there were certain guys like Titus. There was always the ask of like if he's going to get into the line, and we found an opportunity to him, and like in the NXT wave with the NXT Titus. So who knows what the future holds for Graves? But if there's a demand, you know, find the way.
Will we get a Mick Foley Elite with Barbie?
Probably not.
Bill? Excuse me, what?
As much as I would like it, I think play accessories of very dangerous barbed wire wrapped baseball bats is something that's kind of off the radar for now. You know, who knows? Maybe in five years it changes.
Yeah, and it might be a pink barbed wire bat. So, you know, if it's pink accessories, you never know.
Yeah, Barbie has a very different connotation where we work, so.
You would put real barbed wire on it, though, right?
No, it'd probably be just him holding the Barbie.
Oh, yeah. Can you put more women in the Elite line?
I think we're actually doing a pretty damn good job of getting women in the Elite line right now. Through our Walgreens program, you know, that's just elite women, and then some with the NXT. I think this Ruby Riott in particular is one of the best female figures we've ever done. I cannot believe how well that turned out. So yeah, I mean, you know, as women are more prominent on the program, of course we're going to represent them more in the line. So yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anyone that we are overlooking that's either already in production or we're working on right now, or we've already, you know, done. So
we had some announcements at yesterday for who is it? We announced Liv, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville. So I mean, you know, it's only a matter of time before, you know, Sarah Logan. So yeah, the more they get prominence on content, the more there's a reason to make a figure for them.
Yeah, I think you're doing a great job with the women.
Thanks, Noelle.
You're welcome. Any chance of getting future neon cowboy Macho Man figures with a unique shirted torso instead of a removable shirt? Anyone?
It's Macho Man, so why not? He's got a bunch of looks. That's a unique question. Sure.
Bill's like, I don't have time for this question.
yeah, sure.
The answer is sure. Could we possibly see retro size accessories to go with the ring, such as the different retro entrance stages? Big light up WWE symbol, video wall with insertable cards, neon set, raw letters, etc.
Possibly, probably not anytime soon, if I'm being 100% honest. It's just, if we're going to be spending our tooling budgets on retros, we want to concentrate more on the figures right now than on possible accessories, because accessories like that are kind of an ancillary purchase. The market for them just simply isn't as big to support the tooling. If we're given a tooling budget at the beginning of the year for retros, we're gonna want to use that to make the figures. They're going to get priority way over something like that. So it's probably not the answer you want, but it also means you're probably going to get more figures out of an answer like that. So.
Yep. Okay.
That's pretty much spot on.
I love the retro line, but can you please cut back on the number of jumpers?
All right. Yeah, I mean, you know what? If people like some features better than others, you know, we'll definitely can focus on putting on. We've got some cool new ones. Shinsuke has got the Kinshasa kick. Sami Zayn has got the Haluva kick. Shawn Michaels got the reverse kick. So we're trying to find some fun new activation points to maybe give like some more variety. And maybe there are some other ones that fans like. And if there's less of a call for some jumpers, then we'll focus on some other ones. They're being picky, yeah.
Can we get a new classic Undertaker from the early mid-90s with a hair over the face look?
It's possible. I mean, there's nothing in the plans on that right now, but if it's something that enough people want, well, of course we're going to do it. I think probably won't be for a little bit, just because we had a similar style Undertaker release. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. They sort of satisfy the need for Undertaker from that era, but maybe in a couple years, when there's need for that Undertaker from that era, we can revisit it with a new head scan.
What are the chances of seeing additional Golden Age managers and personalities like Mr. Fuji, Slick, Sherry, Luna, Gorilla Monsoon, Sean Mooney, and Vince McMahon?
Some better than others, right? I mean, Sherry, we already announced, is coming out. If they're like under a deal, then there's an opportunity to, and we would love, like I would love to get like a Gorilla Monsoon. So, Vince we've done in the past. So as long as they're under a deal, we can, and we're always like looking for opportunities to ask them if they can get guys on. Those are definitely favorites of mine growing up as a kid, so I'd love them too.
Oh, I've nothing to add. That was a perfect answer.
Well, thank you guys so much for answering all these questions. You guys had a lot of great questions out there. And is there anything else you want to say to the Ringside Collectibles universe?
You know, every year I say the same thing, but once again, you know, thank you to everyone who supports the line. I really appreciate it. Again, it's always a lot of hard work, but I want to make sure that, you know, when you spend your money, it's on a quality product. I know you're probably sick of hearing this spiel, but it is genuine. I appreciate everyone that supports our line.
And I just wanted to add, keep posting up all that fan photography. We love it. Keep putting it up using the hashtag WWE Elite Squad, and we'll keep promoting your stuff. So thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks, guys.